Welcome to the property land where it's everything real estate. Once again, my name is Catherine Nantes and I'm your host tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my fans and everyone that is following Property Land, today we take a drive out of Kampala to Ginger Road. And off Ginger Road, we are driving straight to the lake in a place called Katosi. And my dear viewers, we have an interesting story. We know that some of you have been thinking of how do I get started on this thing of home ownership? What if I can't afford all those nice apartments you've been showing us? What if I want to build my own house? What if I want to get far out of town but can be able to get all the benefits I would have gotten if I was, say, close to Entebbe Road? Well, look no further. Today, our guest is none other than Miss Immaculate Nantongo, a young lady that has managed to give very many young people and other young corporates a chance to start on this journey of home ownership. Welcome with me, Miss Immaculate. Please say hi to the viewers.
Hello viewers, it is nice to be hosted here. I'm glad that you're hosting me and I hope whatever we're going to share today will be a blessing to the people.
Thank you so much, Imi. For those of you who don't know Immaculate, Immaculate started a page. Oh, she will tell us the story. But from what I know, she started a page on Facebook. You know, some of you are using TikTok just to dance. She started a page on Facebook, and with that page has done something so big, so tremendous, has been able to give young people a chance to own plots with a little saving. How did you do it? And tell us, how did it start? Actually, start by telling us about Fabulous Home.
Okay. Fabulous Homes was born out of the need at that time. There were no group. There were so many different groups on Facebook,
okay,
which were for breastfeeding moms, for different categories, but there was nothing for building. People who are going through construction or who desired to buy land. So Fabulous Beautiful Homes came in as at that time, or created the platform to help people who are navigating home building, construction at that time, to help them like share ideas, even people who are looking for land. So we needed a safe space at that time as building my home. So we needed a safe space where we would vent and talk about the frustrations on construction.
The stealing of cement.
Yes, the construction. People. So it was around that time that we created the group.
Which year was that?
That was 2017.
Okay.
Yes. So we created that group, and it's from the group where people were sharing their ideas on construction.
Where was this group?
It's on Facebook. It's called Fabulous Beautiful Home. So we shared our frustrations, and out of that, actually, we realized that there were so many people who are trying to acquire land. When we were asking, when will you buy land? And people would be like, I really want to buy land, but I can't afford
So the people you were sharing with, not everyone was constructing at that time.
Yes. Okay. Actually, majority of our people are not constructing, but they would want to get land. They would want, they would want to build. So that's how the scheme, the land saving scheme, came in when we decided, okay, we are more than 400,000 people on the group.
Wow.
And majority were having challenges. Actually, in the year 2018 going 2019, I put up a poll, what do you want to accomplish this year? It was towards the beginning of the year. The coming year, and many people are like, we really want to have land, but with our salaries we cannot. At the end of the day, I cannot afford the 20 million that I need to buy a plot of land and things like that. So that's how the land saving scheme came up.
Okay, so how do you move from frustrated group and disgruntled? Most people join politics when they are disgruntled. How do you move from that to now start saving for land ownership? Okay,
so it was from that need that we realized we, the ordinary Ugandans, because that group has ordinary Ugandans.
By ordinary, we are not talking corporate or...
Ordinary is a corporate person. You're in the middle class. You don't
Okay.
have like a lot of money. So we realized that many of them were having challenges with construction. So I put up a post and I asked them, what if we come together as members of Fabulous Beautiful Homes? What if we come together and buy land, and then we subdivide it into plots, then plan for the area so that we can have places for bungalows, places for flats, and then some commercial plots in that particular estate. And the idea was widely supported.
Are you yourself into real estate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Was that what led you into real estate, or you were in it before?
No, that's what led me into real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So after all that, how do you start?
So after putting up the poll, many people responded to that, and we realized that we were so many, and that is how we started saving daily or monthly.
Okay.
And then at the end of that first year, we had 2 estates.
How do you get to 2 estates? How were you saving? And were you helped by a bank? How was it happening? Because how do you get people to trust you on a social media page? It's not easy.
Social media platform. Yeah, I think the key here, I'm going to say integrity. Like, I'd been online for some time. Yeah, we had been online for some time, so I think maybe that is what helped people to trust me. But also it was important that they bank the money, they don't give the money to me. We have a company, it's called My Fab Home Limited, Fabulous Beautiful Homes. So we have our company accounts, they bank, they put the money in the bank, and then we would give them receipts for their money.
So they bank on your account wherever they are, and just send you
send us the proof of payment, and then for us we reconcile and
give them a receipt.
Yes, give them a receipt.
How long does one need to save with you to be able to own a plot of land?
So remember when I told you that it started out as what people wanted to do in that particular year.
Okay.
So it's a 12-month saving period.
Oh.
Yes, you have to.
So you start January to December. Have you begun this year?
Yeah, this year we have just enrolled.
Yeah. Is it a continuation of the people you've been serving with already, or do you get new people per year?
Each year there are some from previous schemes that join, but it's different people.
Each year?
Each year, yeah.
So if I'm saving from January to December, how much do I need to be saving every month to be able to own a plot? It
depends. Now, when we started, at that time, we saved 3 million.
At the end of the year?
At the end of the year, a person was supposed to have 3 million, and we look for land.
Oh.
And remember, our land is titled.
Okay.
Yeah, so we started 2019. 2019 was our first year.
Okay.
And people saved 250 a month. But as you know, with prices of land, things keep changing. So with each coming scheme, we have been increasing.
So you started with 250 per month, that came to 3 million.
Yeah.
So what if I came with my 3 million? That wasn't allowed?
No, if a person, we had people who paid in advance. They had their 3 million and they paid in advance. That was okay. This was mainly to help that person. The monthly was mainly to help that person who was having a challenge with saving on their own to do it, forcefully saving. So as time went on, we actually also introduced the weekly saving. Yes.
How much would one have to pay weekly?
Now,
then
let me say, when we started the weekly, we were on our 3rd year. Yeah, I think it was 140.
Okay.
But also in that year, we got someone who was working. Our scheme has a lot of people from different spheres. We have the corporates, the banks, the organizations, and then we have also ordinary Ugandans who are doing business. So at that time, we had a gentleman. He called me and told me, "Madam, I want to join your scheme, but I work in Rufla. Rufla is where they slaughter animals. Now, me, I earn daily. I earn daily. Can I, instead of maybe
monthly?
Instead of monthly, can I do the daily thing and I be paying? So that's how we also came up with a daily.
Oh, you even have a
package.
daily.
Yes.
Now, how much would one have to pay for daily currently?
Currently, it depends on the packages. You see, because we have evolved, we are in our 7th year right now.
Before you jump to the 7th year, we shall come back to that. Back then, so one brings the money, puts in the bank. How do you move from there to the next stage?
Okay. So after,
how do you get land? And then how is all that done? Okay,
so after the 12 months of saving, then we would go and look for land. We had scouts everywhere. We work with brokers or real estate agents. We have a survey. At that time, we had a survey team we would hire to go and check out different places. Because the money wasn't ours, we had to do extra due diligence. So between then and between the time when the savings finished to
as we take a walk around here.
So we bought the land, we surveyed, then we subdivided into different plots. Yeah. So after we subdivided into different plots, then we take members to see the land. The different options we have got.
So you subdivided into which sizes?
11.5 decimals.
What if one wanted an acre? Were they able to?
No, all our plots were 50 by 100, 11.5 decimals, but a person could save for more than that. So if one wanted an acre, that would be 7 plots. Okay. So that person would save for 7 plots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how big was your first estate?
Our first estates, 15 and 15. The first estate was 15 acres and another 15 acres. So totaling to 30 acres.
30? You started with 30 acres?
Yes.
How big was your first estate?
Our first estate, in the first phase we had 2 different estates.
Okay.
And so there were 15 acres on different roads. We try to diversify that, we give people choice to make. Yeah. So in that.
So which roads?
We had one on Chirolo.
Where is that?
Semto Road.
Okay.
And then we have Gayaza Busika, Kalagala, Busakwa Road.
Thank you so much for those who have just joined us. We are here in Katosi with my fabulous, beautiful homes and proprietor of that page on Facebook, Miss Immaculate Nantongo. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at all these projects she's talking about, especially the one here in Katosi where we are. See you shortly. Welcome back from that very brief break, dear viewers. We are right here in one of the projects from my fabulous, beautiful homes. Is this one of your first projects, or it was project number?
Project number 4.
Project number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How many plots are in this project?
There are 112 plots in this estate.
So tell me, after saving the 3 million, how much did one have to save for this one?
This one we saved 8 million shillings.
Each. Well, after saving, why, by the way, who owns my fabulous home?
Fabulous.
Is this an entire group, or it has directors and?
Fabulous Beautiful Homes is a registered company.
Okay.
Yes. So one of our projects we offer is the land saving scheme. Yeah, this particular one. But
so is it owned by the group, or it's owned?
No. It's a private company. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So what do you offer apart from the plot of land?
Okay. When someone save, or the people who have saved with us, one of the key advantages with us or the land saving scheme, you know, is organized planning. Organized estates. You see, all the places we desire to live in. If you look at Lubowa, if you look at Nalia, they also try to establish that. Arkwright estates. All those areas are well planned. So we desire to all live in such an area. But those areas are for people who are already rich. So for us, we are saying that even us, normal Ugandans, we can have that. So that's what Fabulous Home says. We say that your plot, you're not just going to own a plot. It's going to be in an organized estate. We clearly, when we're planning our estates, we clearly demarcate that this section is for flats.
Oh, you give them a plan?
Yes, the estate plan.
So the house we saw previously.
That's the bungalow section. So if you can see, some people are selfish. And just because there is a lake view, they can build a flat and distract other people. So other people will not enjoy. So for us, we plan our estates that even at the upper end, we put bungalows. We have bungalows. This other side, we have flats. Yeah, so people, you're very sure that at the end of that day, you're not going to be in a mixture of, oh, I'm going to lose my view or what. Yeah, so all plots, every person takes advantage of that.
So there is a master plan.
Yes,
for the entire estate.
For the entire estate.
So where we are right now, what sort of housing is supposed to be here?
This particular place, I don't have the map with me. But when members are selecting their plots, they are fully aware of what they are selecting. Yeah, so we don't give it to them after, we give it to them before, and they look through, and people gauge themselves, am I going to build a flat? In 10 years to come, when people have started to build extensively in these areas, that's when you appreciate what we have done. Yeah, and also the second thing is that our roads are wide enough. One of the challenges we have in Uganda, very small roads. So you can have your beautiful car, but the roads are very small. The way to your home is very small. So for us to make sure that our roads are big.
Wow.
Yeah, and also now we actually provide house plans for our members. So it's for people.
By the time you're telling them that this should be a bungalow and this should be a flat, I wanted to ask, does the one of a bungalow pay more or less than the one of a flat? Apart from bungalows and flats, shall we have apartments in here? Are you creating some sort of city?
Yes. We want organized communities where everything is available. So also part of the estate, we have commercial plots. Actually, in this particular estate, there's a person whose dream was to build a health center, and their plan was approved. I think she's going to start this year.
In this particular area.
So you can come.
So apart from housing, are there other things? You talked of someone building a healthy center. What other things apart from houses, apart from houses, what else is in here?
So for us, when we plan our estates, we make sure that they have commercial plots, the commercial section of the estate, where someone can put up a health center, as I told you, and another person can put up a school or a daycare, then shops, a supermarket, like that. So we have those plots, and by the time a person selects, they are sure that that's what they're going to build. At the end of the day, my vision is like in 15 years, when everyone has put up what they want, what they designed to do, it will be such a beautiful model city for people to emulate. Yes.
I was going to ask, are you planning a city of some sort, or?
Yeah, the dream is to create organized communities, which we can call a city. Yeah, but yes.
Okay. So, I see animals, I see a farm. I wanted to ask, when I was talking to some of the developers, they were saying that sometimes people buy and they don't come to even pick their titles or to utilize their properties. Are you having a similar challenge?
For us, people, I'm going to mention two things. If we're to look at the challenges that an everyday Ugandan faces, one, people, when they buy land, now for us it's a saving period of 12 months.
Okay.
So they saved 8 million. If a person took a year to save 8 million, you're not going to expect that person to have 30 million to start construction. So that means there's going to be a time.
Are you planning to come up with some sort of construction scheme or team up with some construction companies that can help people achieve their dream? Because when they get the plot, it's halfway done.
Yes.
It's not even halfway. It's a quarter way done.
It is the first step. And now, the beauty with we have been growing. At first we envisioned, when we say fabulous homes, we are not just ending at land.
Okay.
Land is the starting point.
Okay.
Our members have been asking us, Immaculate, we got the land, but we don't have
money,
the finances. So our deal is already underway with some banks to provide financing for people to start building, and then they pay slowly. So the building scheme, we are going to launch it out of the need for it, because we see people, imagine someone saved 2019, we are in now 2025, so they 2020 to 2025, so they need some sort of they need to start planning and building.
So that brings me back to the question I asked in the beginning. How are you working with banks? Because I believe if you were deliberately, not just opening up a company account, but if you are deliberately working with a bank, any bank that can take you on, and saving with them, with this in mind, that they are receiving this money, and find a way of cooperating together and finding a solution to people to own homes, I think it would have been much easier. Are you now going to bring them on board like that?
We have partners, as I've mentioned, banks that we're working on, and I've also mentioned that a deal is underway with the people. We're already in discussion to help with the building scheme. Yes.
Wow. It sounds interesting. Yes. Any other projects apart from, is this still available?
No. How we work is, how our land saving scheme works is people save, and it's from those savings that we're able to buy land in the different areas.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to mention that in each year we don't just have one estate. We can have like 7 different pieces of land on different roads.
So right now, what's available?
So right now, the new saving phase is starting. What's
the target at the end of the year?
The target is big, but at the end of the year, this year, our target has fabulous, beautiful homes. Should I tell you the target?
Yeah.
1,000.
No, per person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I told you we have evolved. We have had people who have said, Immaculate, now we have some bit of money. So instead of 8 million now, we went back to 7, and then 15 for the middle income, and then also 20. So this year we are having different packages depending on because there are people who could afford more. And they will tell us, why don't you get us land nearer, even us who have 20, and do this. So this year, that is what we are doing. 3 different packages.
Thank you so much, our dear viewers. I'm hoping you enjoyed this show like I did. We are standing right here on one of the roads in this project, and the roads are really big. Also, I hope you have learned something. Don't let your dream die. You can come together, own a piece of land, and build an estate, build a city. So hopefully next time we will be looking at other projects of my fabulous, beautiful homes. But for now, see you next time.
The Property Line.